Rumours are spreading online that Luis Diaz is fuming about his low salary and Liverpool breaking their word. Should Liverpool be selling him to Barcelona, or have we let the player down? Luis Diaz has had plenty of speculation over his future this summer, and a new claim suggests he is upset with the Liverpool stance. So the story is, Diaz had his heart set on going to Barcelona. Deco at Barcelona was full of praise for Diaz and apparently set on getting him. And there was a verbal agreement between the two clubs. Diaz did give that little talk at a press conference when on international duty where he said, Liverpool haven't offered me a new contract and it's going to run down. And I've been wanting to speak with other clubs because if they're not going to offer me a contract, I want to think about my future. Liverpool said, no, we're not interested in sending Diaz to Barcelona. Don't even put an offer in. We're just not interested. Now, many people, myself included, thought maybe that was Liverpool playing hardball. Maybe that was Liverpool saying to Barcelona, don't put in a bid, but put in a bigger bid. And then we'll have to consider it, you know? But it's fallen apart. Maybe because Barcelona couldn't afford what Liverpool would have been looking for, but it's fallen apart. Diaz finished the season just gone with the third most goals of any player. Got 17 goals. But with 2 years left on his contract, speculation is rife. And I don't understand why Liverpool aren't looking to sign him up for an extension. He's a good player, right? I don't know what he's on, whether they're already eyeing his replacement. Clubs work in mysterious ways. We like Diaz. I enjoy watching Diaz. I think he's a good player. 17 goals in a season is not terrible. You want, no one can match Salah. It's unfair to compare him to Salah. According to Colombian reporter Pipe Sierra, who is considered a reliable source when it comes to Diaz, the player and his camp are upset with Liverpool. Liverpool have already rebuffed an approach from Barcelona, saying he's not for sale. And this is what Diaz said. I'm very happy at Liverpool. I've always said so. They've welcomed me very well from day one. I'm just waiting to see what happens. If Liverpool gives us a good renewal, or if I just have 2 years, I'll be happy and content here. But then why is he saying now he's unhappy? If you say publicly, I'm happy to stay whether Liverpool want to keep me or not, then there's rumblings that he's upset with Liverpool because they've gone back on their word. But then why say that sentence? If there was an agreement between yourself and Liverpool that you could go to Barcelona. I'm very, very confused. Let's have a look at another article. Luis Diaz may have to stomach Liverpool's stance as transfer subplot emerges. If a record spend in June has already seen Liverpool post the biggest transfer window in their history, there is huge intrigue as to who will now follow at Anfield. Speaking at the back end of last season, Diaz was enthusiastic about his time at Anfield. Despite Diaz's delight at life in general terms, the speculation over his wage packet always comes down to money on Merseyside has been rife, and it's understood an increase is being sought by the player. Right, so he wants a renewed contract, because with the renewed contract comes a higher wage. He's stuck on a lower wage than he would like for another 2 more years at Liverpool if we don't renew. It's fair to reflect Diaz remains one of the lowest paid of the sorts of players who might reasonably be considering themselves as important figures. And so what, Barca were going to offer him more? Barca's sporting director Deco, who has been outspoken over interest, is said to be close with the player's Portuguese agent. Oh, and of course there's the opportunity to go to Saudi Arabia, right, for all these players, and your salary is going to get bumped there, doubled even. Maybe Diaz does want out. Then don't say you're happy and content if really you want to go out, unless you just, you never know what people are saying in public is what they mean behind closed doors. It's hard to tell, isn't it? All right, let's finish with this quote here. There will be some sympathy externally for a player whose talents may not be totally in line with his weekly wage. And we can all relate to that, right? We can all relate to that when you see depending whatever you're doing, if you have a job and you see that your work is contributing to a lot of money for the company, and you look at your monthly salary, you're like, I'm getting paid peanuts compared to what they're making. No one likes that feeling. And especially if you look around you and you're like, other players, they're on better salaries than me. You know, is Gakpo on a better weekly wage than Diaz? Because Diaz outperformed him this season. What about Jota? What about Nunez? I don't envy a club like Liverpool or any employer that has to juggle different salaries and different egos in one team, especially when information can get out so easily because they're so high profile.